Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you a quick haul video. Just went out with my girlfriend today and picked up quite a few things. Probably a case where I spent more money on this paycheck than I should have, but it's everything I've been planning on getting for a while, and just a ton of shit that makes me happy, so why not do it, right? So, yeah, let's start off right away. I picked up the Mattel DC Multiverse Suicide Squad Deadshot figure. I really like the movie. Of course, people are comparing it left and right now to the Assault on Arkham animated movie, but I think they both have their strengths, and I think Suicide Squad was definitely a great movie for the live-action world. Definitely deserves a ton more credit, but I'm happy it's making such a good amount at the box office. So you got the side art for Will Smith's Deadshot there, who I think, along with probably Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, is probably the standout character in the movie. I think Will Smith did a good job. I always like him. And as far as the likeness on it goes, it's okay. It's definitely not the best, but I feel like it's a little bit closer to Will Smith than what it is for some of the other actors' likenesses for the line. Of course, it comes with a Collect and Connect piece for Killer Croc, who I'm probably not going to get the whole wave. I might pick up Harley and the Batman at some point, but we'll see. Probably end up using the alternate head quite a bit. Yeah, it looks pretty decent for what it is. And then I picked up quite a few movies and some certain TV show seasons here. I'll show you the movies first. I did a review on this movie a while ago. It's Van Helsing, of course starring Hugh Jackman and Kate Beckinsale, which is one of my favorite movies growing up. I watched this a ton. It's some of my favorite movies now. You can call it a B movie or whatever you want to call it, but I think it has a lot to enjoy, and I just think it's just a lot of fun for me as a horror fan, and even if it's not the most serious grim thing, it's still a really, really good time, and definitely happy to have it on Blu-ray. It's definitely a very visual, CGI type film, so it kind of makes sense. But yeah, I should have picked this up a long time ago, and happy to finally have it. And then I also got Godzilla 1984, or The Return of Godzilla. I don't talk about Godzilla enough on my channel, but I've been a huge Godzilla fan since I was just a little kid in kindergarten, and I seen this movie, years ago. It was probably the more Americanized version they did release, but of course that had a lot of cuts and edits, and they just changed a lot of certain plot points and sort of messed with the darker tone of it. And we never got the original version in an American format or U.S. format. It was always a weird region copy or a bootleg if you're really desperate. But this is the first release of it, the way it should be with both versions. I think this is a good one. It's a good way to start off the Heisei series in the mid-'80s. Not my favorite of that series, but it's definitely one I was eager to get, and now I only need a few of the Showa films to complete my Godzilla collection. I almost have all the movies now, and I should do a video on that at some point. But yeah, really happy to find this. I'll read you the back of it real quick, actually. With a higher budget and more advanced special effects than any previous film in the series, The Return of Godzilla returns Japan's greatest monster to his intended role as an epic force of destruction, and the film's spectacular success relaunched the Godzilla franchise after nearly a decade of suspended animation. Unfortunately for North American audiences, this direct sequel to the original 54 feature film has previously only been available in a highly edited version that cut over 20 minutes of original footage and effects, changed key plot points, and altered the dark dramatic tone and narrative by inserting additional scenes and humor in an attempt to Americanize the film. But now, at long last, the acclaimed kaiju masterpiece finally hits American shores in all its uncut original glory. Get ready for the biggest Godzilla epic that you've never seen, as Kraken Releasing proudly presents a complete and unedited Return of Godzilla. So yeah, it probably was not necessary to read all that. I probably could just, had to pause it or something, but still, really cool to have it. And I showed you Van Helsing already. So let me grab the stuff down here. Alright, and of course with finishing Season 3 and Season 4 of Shameless recently, I definitely had to pick up the seasons. I got a Season 3 DVD copy right here. And you know, like the format of it, like the cover and just like the setup and like the labeling and stuff, it kind of reminds you of some of like the CW stuff. But that's because it's done through like the same distribution company with Warner Brothers and such. But it is kind of funny. This cover in particular sort of does remind me of like the Vampire Diaries Season 3. Very different shows, but yeah. Season 3 I really liked. Not my favorite season, but there's no bad season of Shameless. It just depends on what plot points you really like and stuff like that, and different moments for characters and such. But really good season. Happy to have it. And then I guess I can show you the inside of it real quick. Then you got that set up on the inside. Of course, I always flip it so you can see the cast right there. And then like I said, I also grabbed Season 4. Season 4 probably has my favorite cover for the show so far. It's just perfect. It's one I'll probably get a poster of at some point, I think. Of course, you got Fiona, Frank, Lip, Carl, Debs, Veronica, Kev, and then Ian. So yeah, Season 4 might be my favorite season of the show so far. Either that or Season 1 or 2, I think. But again, they're all pretty damn awesome. Again, the whole cast picture right there. So yeah. And then the last thing I wanted to show was, I'm about midway through it right now, but this is Supernatural Season 3. I did my review on Season 2. Season 2 is probably my favorite season of the show so far. I just watched the A Very Supernatural Christmas episode in this one. And so far it's a pretty decent season. Probably my least favorite so far, if I'm being honest, but it's definitely not bad. It sort of has a different feel to it after the way Season 2 ended. But it's definitely picking up, and I really like the Christmas episode as well as the, I think it was an episode called, let me see. Yeah, Fresh Blood, episode 7 was a really good one as well. I even liked bedtime stories and such. So it's becoming a pretty fun season in its own right. I know Season 3 is one of the more looked down upon seasons, at least earlier on, but I still think it's pretty enjoyable. There's a good amount of stuff going on, and I do like Lauren Cohen's role, of course, Maggie on The Walking Dead, and Rose from The Vampire Diaries, so it's kind of fun to see around here. Then you even have Katie Cassidy as Ruby, who of course is an Arrow, and she was also in the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. That's what I've seen her in anyway. But yeah, really liking Season 3. Supernatural continues to be a show I really am happy to follow. I'm happy to slowly but surely catch up. And the covers are just really awesome on these two. Of course, they got the Impala in the background and stuff. But yeah, that's my haul video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you guys are having a good day, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and look for me on...
Hi. Oh, I'm adding new friends. Hello.
Yeah, she's still here.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh, hello.
But anyway, yeah, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.